Because of our current situation here with COVID-19, I know there's two very important, vital, like necessary things that are really difficult to find in stock. I mean, toilet paper. We all need that, right? And the Civivi Elementum. I can help you out with one of those, and no, it's not going to be the toilet paper. But hey, you're in luck because I've got 10 alternatives that will scratch that Elementum itch. Knives on this list are all going to be similar in price. Heck, some of them are even cheaper. They're going to be similar in size, materials, and even design. For example, most of them have flipper tabs. Now, I'm not trying to say that any of these are better than the Elementum. They're just knives to consider. You know, that might hold you over until you can get your hands on one. Oh, and I need to thank one of my viewers because Anthony Reeder made a comment about the Elementum and how hard it is to get. Anthony, you put the idea in my head. Thank you. Hey, how you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Jay. Now, consider clicking on that subscribe if you're looking for knife reviews. To get right to the point. All right, we're going to start out with another Civivi. At number 10, we got the little Fiend. As you can see, that they're both very similar in size, materials. Even the price is really, really close. Now, I gotta be honest, I don't like the blade shape on the Little Fiend nearly as much as I do on the Elementum, but what I do love is this big, full-size forward finger choil. And it's even got multiple deployment options, so you can either use that flipper tab or you can go ahead and use the thumb hole. On top of all that, you get a 2-position pocket clip, righties and the lefty love. Thank you. At number 9, we've got a knife this might be one of the only yellow knives in my entire collection. It's the Harnds Wind. One thing I was really, really surprised to see here is that it's thicker blade stock than the Elementum. You're looking at about 3.15 millimeters, where the Elementum is just going to be straight up 3. This is also, it's lighter weight, and it costs considerably less. Different blade steel too, with the 14C 28N Sandvik steel. Much, much slimmer design, as you can see. And this one also has a 2-position pocket clip. At number 8, I've got from Kershaw, this is the Skyline. First and foremost, this is made right here in the good old US of A. And the blade shapes, you can see they are almost identical, but the Skyline is going to be, well, it's a little bit larger of a knife, and this blade is riding on bronze washers as opposed to the ball bearing pivot that the Elementum has. So if you're looking for, you see that? If you're looking for like a fidget knife, this would definitely not be it. Number 7, from Artisan Cutlery, this is the Small Tradition. This is another one that's going to be just a little bit larger, and this has one of the most comfortable handles, I'm telling you, I have ever felt, especially in a small knife like this. It kind of almost feels like, this is weird, but it kind of feels like the Praxis in hand, except, you know, but with more of a curve here. Number 6, I've got the Feldspar. This is the small Feldspar from CJRB. Look at how similar that the handle design is between the two. I mean, and they both have like lots of curves going on. I mean, I would love to see how the Elementum's blade would actually look on the Feldspar's handle. The biggest difference here is, well, it's going to be the method of deployment, because you've got thumb studs here instead of a flipper tab. The blade shape is going to be considerably different. I mean, the Feldspar is pretty much all belly, and, well, the price, much cheaper than the Elementum. Number 5, the Mini Cutjack steel wheel. Some might actually consider the Mini Cutjack to maybe be like a step backwards because of the materials here. I mean, you've got FRN scales instead of G10. The blade is riding on washers instead of bearings, and I think that the pocket clip on the mini Cutjack, I think that's definitely a step backwards. Just not really a fan of it. Sometimes it could be kind of difficult getting it out of my pocket. But then again, you know, this does cost a little bit less. Number 4 from SOG, I've got the Terminus XR. This is the only knife on this list that has, you know, 3 different ways to open it. Flipper tab, and of course you got the thumb studs, and then you can just go ahead and straight up use that XR lock to deploy the blade. Even though, like, the dimensions, they are almost the same. The Terminus XR, it's a little bit heavier than the Elementum. And I think that this might be the largest knife on the list. This is the medium Honey Badger in D2. If you're into like fidget knives, yeah, this is definitely the one for you. But I gotta warn you, be careful. Once you pick this thing up, you will not be able to set it down. It is that much fun. At number 2, I've got, yep, R2D2. I mean, this is a great knife, you know, to buy regardless whether you have an Elementum or not. Oh, I just thought of something. How awesome would that be if Civivi like made a larger Elementum just like they did with the you know, the Rat 1 and 2. Before I show you number 1, I've got an honorable mention. This is from Ferrum Forge and Drop, the Gent Select. I know that, you know, a lot of people like to consider the Gent as, well, probably the one knife that is the most similar to the Elementum, which, you know, yeah, I see it, then again, I don't. But the reason I had to go ahead and put it here as an honorable mention is because it is, I mean, it's more than double the price. I'm betting that a lot of you are going to be able to guess my number 1. And it's going to be the knife that probably most resembles the Elementum. And from K-Bar, we got the Dozier. All I can say is that this is practically a backlock version of the Elementum because of how much that these blades look alike. I mean, of course, the Dozier's not going to have the same edge retention as the Elementum, but you can easily maintain this edge with, you know, just a strap. And I really appreciate how this, it has a longer handle, because with my medium-sized hand, I can fit, look at that, like all of my fingers, and there's still even a little bit of room to spare. All right, I've shown you mine. Let's see yours. Put down in the comment section down below, if you just put, if you can list some knives that you think might be good alternatives for those out there that can't get their hands on an Elementum. Hey, if you see anything that you like today, links to buy will be down in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, you got any value from it, do me a favor, let me know by just leaving one of these. And don't forget to click on subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next video. You guys take care. See you later.